Most people wrestle with self-doubt their entire life and think it's something you have to just live with. But what if I told you it's not a weakness, but a mental habit? And if you watch until the end of this video, I'll show you how to break free from it for good. I'm a 36-year-old single dad with 2 young kids. I've learned what self-doubt can do. It can stop you from going after opportunities, make you second guess every decision, and even rob you of peace when life is already hard enough. But I've learned how to rewire it and build a level of confidence that gives you clarity and power in your everyday life. I'm sharing my experience to help people everywhere gain clarity and discipline and confidence because these shifts have helped me tremendously. Over the last few years, I've built my life back and I've learned how to grow my wealth, my health, my mindset. What I'm about to share isn't theory as well. It's the mindset shift that helped me go from paralysis to power. One powerful shift that's simple yet effective, that rewires how you see yourself and silence the inner critic that's been running your world way too long. So you can finally listen to the guy within, and we'll get there through story, through action, and through science. Let's rewind a few years back to the moment I became a single dad. And overnight, life felt impossible. I was working full time, caring for 2 young kids, and barely holding everything together. And for a long time, I doubted myself. I told myself I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't capable enough, and I kept asking, why me? But here's what shifted everything. I started small, building one habit, one promise at a time, journaling, time blocking, exercise, and over time, I just realized something. My situation didn't change first, my belief did. I stopped telling myself the story that I wasn't enough, and I started proving to myself that I could handle hard things. The impossible wasn't outside of me, it was inside of me. This is the invisible prison of self-doubt. It doesn't live in your abilities. It lives in your assumption about your abilities. You see, self-doubt isn't proof that you're not ready. It's proof that you're still running on an old operating system. You're pulling conclusion from an outdated data. What didn't work when you were tired, stressed, underprepared, or just younger, you still use as evidence today. But here's the truth. You're much stronger now. You're smarter now. You're more resilient than before. And if you keep living today's challenge with yesterday's mindset, you're always going to feel stuck. So let's zoom out for a moment here. I have the odds stacked against me. But the truth is, the odds of us even being alive are already 1 in hundreds of trillions. Just being here proves we are rare and valuable. And yet, self-doubt tricks us into living small, like we don't deserve the chance we already want. The real question is, what are you going to do with the life you have been given? Because I've learned something powerful. The people who grow up and win aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They're the ones who choose to believe in a stronger version of themselves and keep moving forward even when it's hard. And when you carry that belief, you stop depending on the outside and start trusting yourself. This is the belief in your ability to succeed. And one of the fastest ways to build it is through stacking small evidence. Every time you follow through on a promise to yourself, no matter how small it may be, you teach your brain, I'm the kind of person who gets things done. I'm the kind of person who follows throughs. This is how confidence is really built. Not in one huge leap, but in small, consistent action. So for me, it looked like sticking to workouts before work, keeping my budget tight when money felt overwhelming, journaling even on nights I was exhausted. Every checkmark was proof that I could handle hard things. And over time, it rewired how I saw myself. Confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you create, one choice at a time. I used to second guess everything. New opportunities came up and I would tell myself, who am I to try that? New ideas came to my mind and I overthink them to death until the chance was gone. So I tried something simple. I kept a small win list, 1 break action per day. Nothing huge, just one thing that stressed me, like taking a tough call or saying no when I usually avoided conflict or posting a video when my mind told me to stay quiet. Within 30 days, I looked back and I saw a pattern. I've been waiting for confidence to show up before I acted. But the truth hit me. Confidence isn't the starter line, it's the finish line. And the only way to get there was to keep stacking proof that I could do the hard things. Research shows by the time we're around 10 years old, most of us have already formed basic beliefs about whether we're capable, lovable, or even enough. But here's the crazy part. Those beliefs usually don't come from big events. They come from small moments we barely even remember. It could be a coach who told you you weren't fast enough, or a parent who said you would never make it, or a classmate who laughed at your ideas. And without realizing it, those words got written deep into your system. And then as you grow older, you keep carrying them forward, acting like they're facts when really they were just snapshots from a moment in time. And the truth is this, it's not your fault. It's your wiring, and wiring can be rewritten. Self-doubt doesn't always show up as a loud voice. Sometimes it's hidden in plain sight. It usually came in 4 forms. The first is just overthinking, spending more time running scenarios in your head rather than taking action. The second is hiding, avoiding visibility or new opportunities because you're afraid of failing in public. The third is arguing against yourself, using old mistakes as proof that you're not ready today. And the fourth is helplessness, convincing yourself that nothing you do will matter. So why even try? Once you start recognizing which form it takes in your life, you can finally stop letting it run the show. Even if you want to believe differently now, your environment will always have a say because environment beats willpower every time. I had to learn this the hard way. You can have all the goals and affirmations you want, but if you spend your time around negative voices, online or offline, that constantly makes you feel behind or not enough, it will shape how you see yourself and drag you back into the old version of you. Your surroundings are programming you, whether you realize it or not. When I cut out toxic inputs and replaced them with books, courses, and people that reflected the version of me I wanted to grow into, everything started to shift. Your mind is always being programmed. The only question is by what? Self-doubt doesn't disappear the day you feel ready. It fades the moment you act anyway. You don't have to eliminate every single fear. You just have to stop feeding it. Give yourself permission to outgrow the version of you that keeps playing small. Because who you were yesterday is not who you are today. And who you are today is not who you're becoming. Master yourself first before you try to master anything else. Because confidence isn't about everything going right. It's about trusting your ability to bounce back stronger and faster. You survived every hard thing up to this point, so do not doubt your ability now. Confidence is not something you're born with. It's a skill you build, one decision at a time. You gotta go try, you gotta learn, you gotta get better. And as your competency grows, your confidence will follow suit. Like showing up to the gym when I didn't feel like it, sticking to my budget when it felt easier if I could spend it, saying yes to challenges at work even when I wasn't sure I could deliver on them. And over time, it got easier because I earned it through action. Confidence shows up faster. When you already stacked the proof that you can figure things out, no matter how messy it looks at first, the biggest breakthroughs don't happen when everything feels easy. They happen when you finally get fed up with shrinking, fed up with waiting, fed up with being the version of yourself that keeps playing small. There comes a moment when you say enough doubting yourself, enough letting the fear take the wheel, enough letting old stories decide my future. That's the moment things shift. Not because life suddenly got easier, but because you stop holding back and start showing up as the person you can be. If this message resonated with you, I just want to leave you with this reminder. The most powerful voice in your life is the one you choose to believe. Make sure it's yours. These changes have helped me grow stronger as a father and as a man, and I hope they helped you too. Because life feels different when you stop doubting and start leading yourself. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. It lets me know to keep making videos like this for you. Thank you for watching.